Alright, today we will solve Clash on Titan, the Excel case from Game Day. This was extremely hard. All of Harry's cases are so hard. So yeah, this one will probably take more than half an hour. We basically have a squad of players, 4 Titans, and the players are going to go against the Titans, one attacking a Titan, Titan attacking player, and we want to see how many people we have left at the end of the battles, and everyone has a health and attack power here. So when I first did this, I kind of could get up to level 5, and then level 6, the way I'd set it up just completely fell down. You need a really clean setup and model that kind of works for everything to be able to get out those later levels. Okay, so the first bonus, how many squad members share a first name with another? So that's going to be most of text before this space. That's just going to give me everyone's name, how many times they appear, and I want everyone that's above 1. So the sum of those is 32. So there's 32 people that share a first name. Okay, amongst all squad members, sort them by attacks and then alphabetically who is 18th. So that is just going to be sort by, we want to sort the names by attack power, descending, and then name ascending, and then we want the 18th person in this list. So you can just do index 18, and it's Harry, the case author. Which squad member has the highest stat multiple health times attack? So this is just going to be equals x lookup. Let's look up something big. 10 to the 6 in this times this, and give me the name, and I want next match or smaller item. Then the next bonus is read a little tricky. I don't know if this is a shortcut or the intended way to do them. I want to set up some battles. So if Michael attacks Dim, Andrew attacks Willem, and then the winner of those go against each other, how many health points does the winner have left at the end? So let's just set up these battles. So the first battle is here, the next battle is here, and I want to calculate how many turns it takes to remove their health. So to remove Michael's health is going to be his health divided by Dim's attack, and I want to round it up because you're not going to kill someone in 7.2 turns, it's going to be 8 turns. And then the same again, we're going to flip the health and the attack. Now the only nuance is that Dim's abilities and Andrew's abilities activate. So Dim's halves people's attack power, so we'll put a 6 here. Andrew's halves people's health, so we'll put a 25 here. Clearly Dim is going to win this because he kills Michael in less turns. So let's say Dim, and how much health will he be left with? Well, he'll be left with his health minus 8 times Michael's attack, because Michael attacked 8 times, so he's got 50 health left. And then the winner of this, they both die in 2 turns, so whoever went first wins. So it's Andrew. How much health does he have? Well, it's 72 minus 40. Willem only gets 1 hit in because Andrew hits first. Willem hits, Andrew hits, Willem's dead, so he only gets to attack once. And then we'll set up the last battle here between Dim and Andrew, but we need to carry their health over. So Dim's health was this, Andrew's health was this. Let's put in our formula here. We also need to half the attack power and Dim's health because of the special ability, so it's half of those 2 numbers, and both die in 3 turns, so Dim will win because he goes first. How much health does he have? He has 25 minus Andrew's attack times 2, 7. Okay, and the last one I'm going to do in much the same way. Grigor Lunovic appears, his stats equal to the top 16 stats in each category, the sum of them, so let's just figure out his stats. So let's do G. So his health is going to be the sum of large here, comma, sequence 16. So that's going to add up the 16 biggest stat numbers there. However, Andrew and Dim's abilities are going to happen at the start of the battle. So everything's going to be halved and rounded up. Everything's going to only come to 0.5, so we actually only need to use round instead of round up, and it will give us the right answer if we actually divide it by 2. And then the attack is going to be here, and then let's put the Titans down here. Let's figure out how many turns it takes to kill each Titan. So it's this divided by this. Let's lock it, and we want to round it up again, so round up. So Michael dies in 2 turns. So let's do a running total of Grigor Lunovic, don't know how to say his name very well, health. So just put that over here. Grig is going to attack Michael, then they're all going to attack him. So we're going to have the first damage that he takes is the sum of those. And then on the next turn, he's going to attack Michael. Michael's going to die. And then these 3 are going to attack. So we have sum of these. We're going to times that by 2 because they're all going to attack. Grieg's going to attack Dim. He takes 2 turns to go. They're all going to attack. He's going to attack Dim. Dim dies. Then these 2 attack. So we're going to have some of these. And let's just do our running total. So equals that minus attack. So at that point, he's only got 18 health left. He attacks Andrew. Andrew dies. Willem attacks him with a 40, which kills him. And Willem's still alive. So Willem has 50 health. So the answer's 50. Okay, I did those pretty quick. That's because I'm going to need a lot of time for the rest of the question. So to set this up so the model works smoothly and the formulas aren't too long, I'm actually going to just streamline this a bit. So I'm going to put these people's names under here. And the questions refer to their first names only. So I'm going to do text before the space there. And copy that into here. And then I'm going to set up an HP lambda and an attack lambda. So let's do XLOOKUP a person in here, lock it and get their health, lock it. Let's turn that into a lambda because I don't want this longish formula within loads of other formulas. So lambda a XLOOKUP a in there. So that's going to be the HP. So let's put that into our name manager. New HP, and let's make another one for attack. So attack, and it's going to be exactly the same thing, but I'm going to move 1 column across the end, so I'm just going to change this to D133. So first of all, this is just introducing us to attacking Michael. So he has 108 health points. We want to take all of these people's attacks off and find out at what turn he dies. So that's going to be a scan, 108, and our array is attack of these people, and we want to do lambda a v a minus v. So that's going to give us a list of the running subtraction, and we just want to x match 0 against that, and we want to match exact match or next small item because the health could go below 0. Next up, Dim is here and we want to know how long it takes him to kill all of these people. So I'm going to do like I did in the bonuses and look up their HP first. So let's just do HP of this. I want to divide it by Dim's attack power, which is 15, and round it up. So round up. That's how many turns it takes to defeat them all, and that is exactly the question. So we just want to sum that up. Next up, we are fighting Willem. He attacks the first squad member, and the first squad member attacks Willem, if they're not dead. However, Willem's attack is really high, it's 40, and the max number of any squad member here, without the Titans, is 40, so he one-shots everybody. So we want to know how many people survive the battle. So it's like the first question, we just want to know where, on what turn Willem dies, because he's killed everyone before that turn. So his health is 50. If we x match 0 in that, we're going to see it's 11, and we have 50 people here. So it's going to be 50 minus that number. The only nuance here is that the first member does not ever get to attack because they get one shot, so actually we start from the next member along in the list. Okay, so question 4, so this is where we really need to start making a model. So Michael is the first Titan we're going to go up against with this squad. So let's set up a data table, example 4, and we will start to create our model that will carry forward to the other questions if we do it right. And this goes out to you. Okay, so first we're going to want the name of our squad member, which is 2col of this. And we want to actually repeat this a bunch of times because the battle will continue on if nobody dies in the first round. So let's repeat that 5 times. The reason I'm doing 5 times is because the lowest squad member's attack is 12, highest HP is 40, so no one will last more than 4 rounds. So 5 will be safe, and for my calculation, I'm basically going to take the last stack of that, so here, and figure out whose health is above 0 at the end. So let's do HP, attack, Titan, Titan HP, Titan attack, Titan HP after, squad HP after. So HP is just going to be HP of this. Attack is going to be attack of this. The Titan is Michael, the Titan HP is HP of that. That's why I put the Titans in the person list, so the lambda would work on them. So attack of the Titan. Now, the Titan HP after is going to be the Titan's HP before minus the person's attack, and the person's HP is going to be the person's HP minus the Titan's attack. However, I don't want the HP to ever drop below 0, so let's put a max of 0 and that in to each of these. And also, I don't want their health to drop if the person's dead or the Titan is dead. So if the person's dead, the Titan's not going to take any damage. So let's times it by sine of this. And all sine formula does is give you a 1 for a positive number, a -1 for a negative number, and 0 for a 0. So I'm timesing it by 1 if they're alive, essentially, and 0 if they're dead. And that's a clean way to do it. And then I also want to times this, the person's HP, by the sine of the Titan's health after. Now, the reason I've laid it out in this order is because this is the order that things happen. The Titan will get attacked first by the person, then the person will get attacked first by the Titan. And the Titan's health is going to become what it was in the last round. Not a minus, but positive. And I should be able to just carry all of this down like that. And what we'll see is that the Titan's health gets reduced until he dies, and the people's health gets reduced. Now with the HP, you can see Colin here. I actually want his brought forward HP on turn 2 that he makes to be this 20 from before. So I want to kind of say their health is going to be the minimum of their starting health or whatever they had before. So X look up this person in the table, give me this, and I'm going to lock these first 2 bits. Now, if it's not found, so I will get an error for this because the XLOOKUP will result in an error because this name hasn't appeared before. So I'll just put 100 there because that's bigger than anyone's health. We also want exact match on the name, but we want to search last to first here. So next lookup will naturally scan down a list and pick a number. We want to scan up to get the last number instead. So that should be it. And then what you're going to see is Colin's health is reduced to 20. He gets hit, it goes down to 8, and then he starts at 8, and so on. So the final thing to add in for the Michael Titan is his special ability, and he kills the first 6 people instantly. So we're just going to put their health manually to 0 for now. Then what I want to do is I want to take the last list of my squad and determine how many of those people, so that's these people here, have more than 0 health, and it's 3, which matches the example that 3 people are still alive. So our squad members are going to be count the number of people here divided by 5 because I v-stacked it 5 times, and I want to say take this column and the last, so minus 15 rows of it. Then I can use the sine trick, so sine to figure out who's above 0 HP, and I can sum that up. Then I should be able to data table it. And this should be the correct answers. And we're done. Now question 5, we're going to fight 2 Titans. So this time Michael and Dim. So Michael's first, then Dim comes in. So we need to add Dim's special ability and change a few of the things around here. So let's go example 5. Our squad size is actually going to go out to AW here. So let's do AW. And for our people, we just want to drop these 3 columns off here. So let's do drop 3. It's columns, not rows. There we go. And we actually want to change the Titan to be Dim when Michael dies. So I'm going to change this to a formula. The first Titan is going to be this cell here. And then the second Titan is going to be if the Titan's health after equals 0, then give me Dim, otherwise give me Michael. And I'm going to just lock that there. So what we'll see is, as Michael's health drops to 0 in this cell, we swap the Titan to Dim. So we need to pull in Dim's health there. So I'm going to say if this equals the Titan before, then do our formula before, otherwise do HP of the new Titan. So we can see that Dim comes in at 98 there. We should be able to drag that to the top. So Michael dies, Dim comes in, starts with 98 health, and we go down the list. We just need to add Dim's ability in. So Dim's ability is that the first time he comes in, he halves everyone's attack power. So I'm going to do if exists, and exists is a lambda I have that is basically is number x match. So exists Dim, hopefully I spelled his name right, in the Titan list, and let's lock the first one. So if Dim is there, then give me the attack over 2, otherwise give me the attack. And I want to remember to round this up, so it's only ever going to go to 0.5, so I don't need to use round up, it just saves me typing 2 letters out. And that should be good. So where Dim comes in here, you should see, I actually need to include the cell here, that everyone's health, everyone's attack gets halved. So now we have 25 is our answer, which seems right. So again, we should just be able to data table, and this is where setting up the model starts to speed up the questions a little bit. Let's just check my formulas have gone down far enough. They haven't, so I actually need to pull these down all the way. That could cause some problems. And that's it. Now, level 6, this is where you build the entire model, even though it's not the last question, and that's because you get 2 random Titans come in. So you need to model all their abilities and for them coming in any order, which is exactly what the last question is. You're just going against 4 Titans instead of 2. So all we need to do is model in the Andrew ability and the Michael ability, because Michael is not going to come in first anymore, so we need to figure out who he kills and make this dynamic. So example 6, let's check where we go out to. We go out to CK. CK. And let's tackle Andrew's special ability first. So when Andrew first comes in, everybody's HP gets halved. So I'm just going to add a column here for where a Titan first enters. So entering Titan. So if this equals this, give me blank, otherwise give me Titan name. So we can see Michael enters here, and then I want to modify the health for where Andrew enters. So I basically want to just half this number if Andrew has entered, but I only want to half it if Andrew has appeared in the last 80 people, which is the size of the squad over here. The reason for that is if I just check if Andrew's entered and then do it, I'm going to constantly be halving the health after every hit, which is not what I want. So let's set that up in here with a let. So first of all, I'm going to say let no Andrew is that. That's the HP calculation if we don't want Andrew. And then with Andrew, so with Andrew is going to be the same thing, but we want to half it and round it. So round that over to, there we go. And then I should, if I've done it right, I should put with Andrew for now. So that halves the HP. So now I want to check whether we want to half the HP within the last 80 turns. So I'm going to say take what we've had before, and I'm going to lock it. I'm going to say take the last 80 rows of that. If there's less than 80 like that, this formula will just give me 2. So that's the last 80 cells. So I want to say if exists Andrew in there, then give me with Andrew, otherwise give me no Andrew HP. And why is that wrong? Because I missed a bracket here. There we go. So when Andrew has come in, everybody's health as halved, but only the 80 people, and then it's just going to carry forward from here. So the final person to model is Michael, who in my opinion is the hardest, and you need circular references on for this. So let's check that I have that done. Yes. And what I want to do is I want to basically scan to where Michael enters. Then I want to take everyone above him. So I'm going to have a list here and a list of HPs brought forward. If anyone's is above 0, so these 3 people, he's going to kill them, and then the next 3 people that have an HP above 0 here are going to be killed. Now, I don't really need to worry about the above HP here, because if they're not in this list before Michael, it means they have not taken a turn. So I just will kill the next 6 people if no one's dead here. In this case, 3 people would already die, so I'll kill the next 3 people. So let's set that up. So let's just say M kill if Michael was killed. And I basically want to take my whole table, and the rows is going to be X match Michael in here where he enters. I've just realised I need to pull all my formulas down because we have a bigger squad now. Okay, so let's take our entire table, and we want to take where Michael comes in. So X match Michael in here, and I spelled the name wrong. So we're going to get the table of everyone above Michael when we do that. Now, if we have everyone in the table, great, we can just find the first 6 people in the list that have an HP above 0. So let's do that. So let list be that. And then I want to filter the first column of the list. So take list 1, and I'm going to filter it for where take list -1, so that's the last column, is greater than 0. So, and I want to do the column, not the row, so let's just change that. So now I have the 3 people that have HP above 0. Above Michael, there could be, 10 people in the list. So I need to be careful that I'm only taking the first 6 of those. Now where I don't have 6, I want to stack on more people below min-min. So if I had 0 here, I would want to stack on a full 6 people, and that's the max level stack. So I'm just going to try and stack 6 people above min-min. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm basically going to say index this X match min-min in this list. So that is going to give me her. So I'm going to plus 1 to that to get the 16th person in the list. So how do I take 6 people? I want to do a sequence on my rows of 6, but starting at the person after min-min. So that gives me the 6 next people that would die. So I want to basically v-stack these 2 listings together and then take the first 6. So let's make this dynamic. So let's add this bit into here. And I want to call this something. So let's say first set of people killed is that. And the second set of people killed is going to be, I want to X match the last person in this first list. So take first and the last person. And there's a nuance with this formula. You cannot X match within arrays if this is a 1-by-1 array. So I need to convert that into text. So to do that, I can use concat. So I'm going to concat that. And then hopefully, if I do second, we should get our second list. So let's vstack first and second. It's going to give us our big list, and we want to take the first 6 of those. Okay, so that's our kill list. One more issue with this is that if Michael comes in first, then there's going to be no one to filter that has health 0, so I'm going to result in an error. So if there's no one in the list, it means Michael has turned up first, and we're just going to kill the first 6 people. So if error, I'm going to turn that list into the first 6 people there. There we go. So now let's put a flag on whether they've been killed. So I'm going to say equals if. So Michael has to come in first of all. Exists Michael in this list. So that means Michael's in. And the person, so exists the person in this list, and let's lock it. Then give me a 1, otherwise give me a 0. So Michael's come in, so we see that he's going to kill these 3 people because they're in the list. Then he's going to kill any survivors after, well, which is these 3 here. And you know, this is the full 6 people, as you can see where the ones are that are dead. So the HP now brought forward is going to be, first of all, if this is 1, they have 0 HP, otherwise what we had before. So as soon as Michael comes in, these people now have 0 HP, and he will have killed off the other 3 as well. Okay, the last thing I need to do is extend this range to be the whole table, because that was restricted from the last question. We had a smaller range. We'll let that just calculate out because it's being a bit slow. And then there we go, we should have our answers for level 6. And then for level 7, we have basically the same thing. We just need to shift a couple of columns around because we add 4 Titans, so we actually want to drop 5 from this to get our squad. And then here, we don't want to just fix that we go to the next position along. We actually want to do an index to change it, so we move along all 4 Titans. So we can have index of all 4 Titans. And the row number we want is 1, and the column number is going to be X match the last Titan against there, and we want a +1, and that should then give us the next person in the list when it swaps over. So it now should be dynamic Andrew, Michael, Willem, Dim. Change our question numbers to the level 7 questions. Okay, because we get an error here where Dim's dead but there is no Titan, we're just going to say if error, do the last Titan on that whole formula. So if error, give me the last Titan name. We also, this is tricky, we need to go out to CM on our XLOOKUP. That's easy to miss here because the number of squad members has changed now. And we should then be good on our data table. Everything's done. Let's put that in there. And that is it, a full score. Very hard case. I don't think anyone can do this one in time. Just neaten the model up a little bit. Kill list. Data table over here. And then that is a pretty clean model when it stops calculating. So yeah, you could also put this kill list into the health formula if you wanted to get rid of this and be really clean. But that is it. I like challenging cases like this because I always learn some new things. I don't know how Harry makes these cases or comes up with them because they're so complex, and there is a solution. It's just really hard to find. So yeah, he's obviously a very smart guy. And that's it. One more case to go, which is the WoW case. I've not even looked at it yet, but I do like that game, so we'll see how we get on with that one. Thank you very much.